What are these people talking about? Well, it's one of the world's most popular foods. Email Paul Michael. Great. Great.
Bread.
Great. Bread is one of the world's oldest foods. Its history starts thousands of years ago, a long time before people started to record historical facts. Scientists have studied the custom of science in
Ancient.
cultures. They think that two particular people groups blended and used with the main part.
Wheat.
Wheat is the main
Main.
part and an ingredient in most bread. This group lived in ancient Egypt and Morocco, part modern Iraq. At first, they ate the wheat grain just as it was, but over time, they found other ways to use it. They
Crushed.
the wheat and added water. This made the teeth soft dough. People held this soft, smooth mix over an open fire. It then turned into the hard, flat bread. These ancient people groups make another discovery, but this time it was by accident. People found that if they left an uncooked log for a time, something strange happened. When they cooked it, the bread was sometimes softer and lighter. Later, they discovered that this was caused by
Yeast.
Yeast is very small organism, small enough to float on air. The yeast in the air reacted with something in the dough. It created gas. This gas made the flour rise. So when they cooked it, it tasted good. Later, people learned to add yeast to control the state of the bread. This new fruit bread had a particular influence on behavior of these ancient ethnic groups. They discovered that they could store wheat, and they found that uncooked bread dough keep fresh for some time. This meant that people did not have to grow and search for food every single day. So it left time for them to learn other skills that would help develop their society. Russians began to take an important place in people's lives, from the most unimportant person to the hundred official in the land. Everyone liked to eat bread. Today, thousands of years later, many people visit the Egyptian part of the Western Museum in London. In the Egyptian part of the museum, visitors can see bread that is 5,000 years old. Aristotle found it in an ancient falling a building. The king wanted to have bread to eat in the next life. So he ordered that people bury some bread with him when he died. It was terrible now. In the ancient Roman Empire, bread making had become a real skill. Not just anyone could do it. The government from the bread maker organization. A member of this organization was called a pister in the Latin language. In England, it means packer. The packers cook and pack the bread, and they enjoy special treatment. First, they were free men. They were not slaves. Second, they could not mix with other people. Over the years, the main ingredient of bread with water, yeast, and salt have not changed much. However, different cultures have created their own versions, and some of these are pita, a small brown flat bread eaten in the Middle Eastern countries. People cut it open and fill it with meat and vegetables. Baguette, a long thin stick of white bread. Baguettes are very popular in French people. They eat them all at almost every meal. For a pot of popular bread in Germany, packers use that rice grain instead of the usual wheat. This rich rotten pot is special black colored. It mentions a bread made from a kind of wheat called teff. Teff is the most common wheat in Iberia. People here mix the teff with water. Sometime later, they take the teff and water mixtures and cook it in oil. The result is flat and thick. People eat it with meat and vegetables. It is true that bread has been a popular food around the world for a long time. It is easy to produce and is full of goodness. But years ago, bread was also a sign of someone's wealth. The whiter the bread, the richer the person. Why? Well, the natural color of wheat was not white. It takes a number of processes to make a wheat as dry as possible. These processes involve removing every small unwanted particle and roasting the wheat even more. All this takes time. So in the past, white bread was more costly because it took longer to make. If someone bought white bread, they usually had plenty of money. The poor people were left with darker bread. It was made from the wheat that still contained important
Particles.
However, it seems that the poor people may have had